you're hungry, you're not going to concentrate on anything else for the rest of the day. You're going to sit there and you're just going to think about food, food, food. And if you're thinking about food and you can't concentrate, the kid sitting beside you that's clicking his pencil or chewing gum too loud, I've seen it happen. That could just set a kid off in the wrong direction, which could spiral so far out of control, all because this kid didn't have something to eat. So it's just pull them aside, seeing if you can give them even a granola bar or an apple, and letting them know you care. That's the big thing. I have kids come to me sometimes and they're like, Mr. Neal, I haven't eaten like since last night. That's the big thing with the kids I find when they come in hungry. They don't need to be putting their lives on display. They have to deal with that at home when they go home, and you don't know how many brothers or sisters they have, who else is in that household, who they're in competition with for food, that you just want to help them out and give what you can give. A lot of teachers go above and beyond to make sure kids don't go hungry throughout the day. It's very common for a kid to show up at any point in the day and ask, not even ask half the time, they're just telling you they're hungry. Them telling you is them hoping that you have something to give them or that you could get them something. And, you know, it's not always there in the breakfast program. They have funding, but it's not the funding that is enough to make it last all day, every day from the beginning to the end of the school year. So it's not uncommon at all for teachers to go and use their own money to go and buy supplies to have in their desks to give to kids in order to make sure the kids can have something in their bellies so that they can be ready to learn, be ready to take part in the day, and just to make them feel comfortable. There's certain kids that we all have in the building that we check in with even after lunch or even at the end of the day. Like if you need something extra and you know that there's nothing going to be home, come see us. We'll give you something to take with you so that you're not going to be sitting there and dealing with hunger the rest of the evening or the rest of the night. But yeah, there's a lot of money spent. If you're in this profession, that's what you do. You're not going to see anybody go hungry. We were in family studies and we were making baked potatoes. But there was one kid, every time we're in family studies, he always eats his food, but he would always take some and put it aside and ask for some tin foil to wrap some of it up. And I figured he was just taking it home to save it for later. This one day, he didn't want to eat the potato and mess it up because he said it won't look right. And I was like, okay. And he's like, I'm just going to take it home if that's okay. And so I gave him his tin foil and I said, it might not taste the same way when you get it home. And it wasn't that he was saving it for himself. He was taking it home to his mom because his mom was going without food so that him and his brother would have food. So, yeah. Yeah, you just never know. The biggest thing to be aware in any school setting, no matter what school you're at, is anybody can be hungry. It doesn't matter, everybody faces this issue. Some people hide it better than others. You don't want a kid sitting there with their stomach talking to them the whole day and just eating at them, and they're too scared to come and say, I need something to eat.